Okay, happy new month, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hear me and you can see me, go to the chat room and type happy new month. Go to the chat room on the YouTube space and type happy new month. If you can hear me and you can see me, go to the chat room and type happy new month. Type happy new month. Amazing. Thank you, Rashidat. Thank you, Oluwatosin Opeyemi. Thank you, God's gift. All right. So let's quickly, we're going to begin with a word of prayer. We're going to begin with a word of prayer, but I want to apologize for us starting late. We had a bit of technical issues. YouTube was giving us some restrictions, but as always, God is faithful to help us to overcome. All right. So I need a Muslim volunteer. I'm going to be sending the link right away. Please, if Dr. Bilkisu can hear me, Dr. Bilkisu, I'll be sending you the Zoom link to be able to log in and say the Muslim prayer for us. While I take the Christian prayer, okay? So let's bow our heads in prayer. Our eternal rock of ages, the creator of heaven and earth, we want to thank you for the gift of a new day, the gift of a new month, the gift of good health and vitality. We want to thank you for all the benefits, the good things in our lives, because they say all good things, all good and perfect gifts come from you. We really appreciate you, not because we're better than others, but because of your mercies over our lives, and they are new every morning. We ask that may your mercy prevail over every judgment of sin against our lives and our loved ones. And as we commence in this meeting today, the Lord, you would give our leader, our trainer, our coach, our mentor utterance, less of him and more of you. You speak through him, open our eyes, make our hearts fertile, make our minds fertile, give us understanding, give us knowledge to understand how to involve in work that produces results. Bless him, bless all our G8 leaders who are working tirelessly to drive us to accomplish this vision. These and many more we ask with thanksgiving. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen and amen. Please, is Dr. Bilkisu here? Dr. Bilkisu Babangida, go ahead and say the Muslim prayer for us. Thank you. Yeah, co-host mom, go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my leader, for giving me the opportunity to pray this morning. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Allah, we thank you for another day like this. We thank you that we have made it this far to the month of May. We thank you for the gift of life and all the mercies and favors that you have bestowed upon us. We thank you for this wonderful project. We thank you for our leaders, the visionary bearer, the man who said yes and whom we're all following. Continue to grant him knowledge, wisdom to impact on us, the followers. We're gathered for the Workers' Day Symposium. Grant him knowledge, wisdom, so that he can impact on us, the followers. We, the followers, open up our minds, open up our hearts to assimilate, to understand, and also to actualize what we're about to learn in this session this morning. Favor us with the network, those yet to connect, quicken their steps and make it easy so that we shall all have fulfilled deliberations. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحانك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم آمين. I'm done, sir. Thank you so much, my global leader, for giving me the opportunity this morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma'am. Thank you. God bless you. And I believe from our lips to God's ears, He has heard our prayers and supplications this morning. Next, we will be reciting our vision and mission. If this is your first time uh, being part of such a session, such an event, and you've been invited by a contact or a loved one, and you're wondering who we are, what we do, and how this can benefit you, we are going to be sharing with you what the vision is. So, our vision is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. And our mission is to raise 500,000 diamonds in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. Right. And our cardinal cultures, we have 4 cardinal cultures in this organization. Number 1 is you must commit your business to God, because we believe except the Lord builds the house, those that labor in vain. All right. Secondly, you must be willing to be trained and mentored. Okay. Amateurs do not get paid in any profession, only professionals do get paid. And number 3, you must, because here we do not see people as tools to make us successful. Rather, we see them as partners whom in the next 2 to 4 years, when you look back, these people can say that you are an influence or you've had an impact and an input in their success of becoming financially free. All right. So the goal is in the next 2 to 4 years, when you look back, there should be people that should say they are financially free because of your impact. Fourthly and finally, you must love your teammates and your leaders. This is the ultimate and cardinal law that God gave us. He said there are 2 major laws. 1, love God above any other thing. You must love the Lord your God. And secondly, you must love your neighbor as yourself. So these are the 4 cardinal cultures in Century 21 Freedom Group. So I would like to welcome you all. If this is your first time, you're new here, I want to say congratulations on making out time to invest in yourself on this Workers' Day, to learn how you as a worker can begin to produce results. All right. And I want to let you know that this organization is large enough to accommodate you, and we are small enough to recognize you and know that you're part of us through our cell structure. So at the end of this meeting, ensure you reach out to the person that invited you to know how you can be a part of this movement, to be a part of this civilization. Now, to take us further, I will be introducing and recognizing the leaders, the masterminds, the brains behind this organization, starting with the vision bearer himself, who received the call to raise financially free people, who will in turn raise other financially free people and affect the world positively. And this person, of course, needs no other introduction, but we have to honor whom honor is due, or give him the honor. And this is Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli, the president of Century 21 Freedom Group, all right, who is also known as the entrepreneur mentor, who is actually our guest speaker, trainer, and mentor today, who also doubles as the convener of this meeting. Now, a man alone cannot accomplish a vision. There must be other vision bearers. There must be other people who are partakers, who are standing with this person. And through this vision, he has birthed 8 nations. And each of these nations has a pillar, has a leader, has an anchor. And in no particular order, I want to start with our amazing, delectable lady, the blessed lady amongst these gentlemen, no other person than the G8 leader of the World Creators Nation. If you know that you're from the World Creators Nation and you're in C21FG and you've been impacted by this person, go and begin to welcome this person I'm talking about. is no other person than Ambassador Aderonke Koshemani, who is a global ambassador, an elite Amazon ambassador, and an ambassador of peace. Pardon me. Next, also, I would like to welcome and recognize the G8 leader of the Champions Nation, no other person but Ambassador Kelechi Anadore, the poverty destroyer, as we fondly like to call him. Next, I will be recognizing Ambassador Dr. Nefo Esimai, the G8 leader of the Vision Nation, the Vision King himself. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go and welcome our G8 leader, one of the founding members and principal masterminds of this organization. All right? Also, I would like to welcome and recognize the G8 leader of the Great Achievers Nation, who is fondly called the Great Achievers Mentor, Ambassador Vincent Nwosu, also a principal mastermind. I would like to welcome this morning Ambassador Dr. Victor Abalsin, the G8 leader of the Unstoppable Nation. Here we have a slogan that with God on our side, we are unstoppable. And this is the man that has made us realize that irrespective of the odds and challenges against you, as long as God is on your side, you would break through any wall or rock. Let's welcome Dr. Victor Abalsin. Also, this morning with us, we have Ambassador Sam Ozanyi, the G8 leader of the Legend Nation. And last but not the least, this man is a phenomenal in this industry. Ambassador Dr. Elijah Mba, the G8 leader of the Star Nation. I'm not really excited by the welcome and the accolades. Let's go and begin to welcome them. I'm not saying welcome, sir, welcome, ma. Let's begin to welcome them quickly as we prep this. And also assisting these G8 leaders across these nations are who we call the envoys. The envoys, time will fail me. We have 211 of these envoys. And as you know, the envoys are like the diplomats, all right? And the emissaries of this organization and civilization. So if you know your envoy, go to the chat room and welcome them in the chat space by typing welcome envoy and you attach the name. Now, who is this gentleman talking to you? My name is Abayila. I'm an envoy with this organization, and today I'm going to serve as the admin in this meeting and the forerunner as well. I want to appreciate the president and the G8 leaders for giving me this opportunity to serve in this capacity. All right. So I can see you welcoming the envoys. So to take us in the next phase, I have finished my assignment here. I am going to be bringing up one of our G8 leaders whom I've already introduced in person of Ambassador Vincent Nwosu, the G8 leader of the Great Achievers Nation and also a principal mastermind. Sir, you're welcome. We're excited to have you on this virtual stage to take us to the next phase of this symposium. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Engineer Lad Yela Abba. It's my pleasure to be here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, diamonds. Good morning, friends. Good morning, family that are connected to this meeting this morning. I welcome each and every one of you. Happy New Month once again. Hope we are doing great today. This is the beginning of the 5th month of 2026. Okay, looking at the YouTube page, the number I am seeing there is not us connecting there. So we need to do something. If you are a diamond listening to the sound of my voice first, go to any group that you represent, everywhere you have people, let them know that this symposium is on and they need to connect. We are less than 1,000 there, and that's not our number. So go to your groups and inform everybody there that the room is open, the meeting is set, the floor is ready, and the beats are already rolling. Go to your groups and inform everybody. We need to up that number to thousands immediately. Go to your groups, go to your list, go to your contacts, and let them know this session is about to go down. Now, listen to this. On this first day of May 2026, the Labor Day, I don't know what is going on in your mind that you are going to receive today. I don't know what's going on in your mind that you will be blessed with today in this meeting. But this is my simple advice to you. Don't let anyone you care about miss this session. Don't let anyone who is important to you miss out from what is about to be delivered to you in this session. So go there. We need to up that number to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 before I can bring in the anchor person for this session. Okay, so go to your groups. Let's do that in the next 2 minutes. Very quickly, very quickly. Everybody start calling your groups right away. Check there. The person you know their names that should be here. Are they there already? We need to increase that number immediately, so that we can dive straight into this. We need to increase that number. We need to increase it. We need to increase it. Yes. Yes. Start calling those groups. Have you called them? Have you reached out to them? Have you informed them that they should be here? Have you informed them that this is going to affect the way they view what they should be doing in life generally, with our business being an opportunity that can come to them? Okay, so go to those chat rooms and inform them right away so that we can up this number immediately. Let's do that. 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 While we're doing that, I don't know what your expectation is, but go to the chat room as well and say, and let us know what you expect to get. What are you thinking this is going to address for you? What do you think this is going to do for you as a diamond listening to this? And as someone who is not even, doesn't even understand what these people call diamond are doing. So go to the chat room and let us know what your expectations are. And to everybody who said that, if you are here and you don't have 5 of your teammates, 10 of your teammates here, you're wrong. Very, very wrong. So let's increase that number very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Let's increase that number very, very quickly so that I can bring in our president to take us on this session. Very quickly, let's do that. Let's do that. We can do better than this. Let's increase the number. Yes, I can see the number increasing. Awesome. Awesome. We can do better. We can do better. Let's raise it up more. We can do better than that. Log into that session and don't be left out. Don't leave your people to be left out. They don't need to be told about what they had. They need to get it from the horse's mouth. So inform them right away, very quickly. Inform them that the session is on and they need to log in immediately. Inform them they've not heard. If they've heard, this number will be running in thousands already. So go and inform them. Go and inform them. Ask them, have you logged in? Are you on? Show, are you there? We can't see your name. I'm watching. Oh, we can't see your name. Come in there so that we can begin. I don't want to be the one to be narrating it for you. I want you to hear from the president himself. I want you to hear from the master G8 leader himself. I want you to hear. So go out there, yes, so that we can up that number. Inform them, inform your groups, ensure that all your team members are here. Ensure that every single person who is meant to be in this session is not left out in any way possible, because they are going to miss out on the values that would benefit them massively from this session. I can't wait. My note is ready. Is your note ready? Are you ready to learn? Are you in a conducive environment? Are you willing to be impacted? I am sure you don't want to receive this only yourself. I'm sure you would want others to hear it get it in the same line, in the same spirit that you are receiving. Yes, we are increasing that number. We can do better. We can do better. Connect to that YouTube link straight away. Let's do that very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Time is already running. Let's do that very, very quickly. Yes, it's increasing. We can do better than that. We can do better than that so that we can go straight into this. Yes, we need to increase that number more and more. Let me tell us this. Being in this business is a thing. It's just one. Succeeding in the business is another thing. Sessions like this, on days like this, direct your energy onto the right things. You know, you can be working, but not producing. You can be showing up, but not creating. Sessions like this are meant to put that energy into the right perspective, into the right lines that create the results that you're looking for. Yes, I can see that number increasing. I'm happy about that. So let's get to it, because sessions like this, you should not miss it. No one in your nation, in your team under you should miss it. Yes, the number is getting better. Let's get to it. We can do better. Let's up the number. Let's get it to thousands already, so that many, 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 many more people will benefit from this. And this new month and henceforth will be a season of greater achievements, a season of greater exploits, a season of making unimaginable results become reality. So let's do that. Let's do that. I can't bring the president in till we get these 2000s. I won't bring him in. So let's do that. Let's do that very quickly, very quickly. We're getting there. We're getting there. We can do better, guys. We can do better. We have what it takes to do far more than this. Okay, we can do better. Awesome. I like that. Let's go. We can do far better, far better. We are increasing the numbers. Amazing. Start, continue calling them. You don't want them to miss out. You love them. That's why you're reaching out. Reach out to them more and more, because they need this like oxygen. They need it. Awesome. We've hit the first 1,000. We can do more. But while we are waiting to do that, because of time, I will bring in very shortly the convener of this great session, the man who brought himself, made himself available to pilot this vision that we all are tapping into. He is the person that donated himself as the one to make the mistakes that we will learn from and become better and grow nations that will be strong and lead other nations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time that we bring on the man who has led and raised nations in this industry, and who is going to guide us on how to utilize a day like this, a session like this, onto building greater things for ourselves that will not just impact us, but impact the world. If you're excited, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see a lot of emojis in the chat section as I bring on stage the entrepreneur mentor. As I bring on stage the G8 leader of the Eagle and Diamond Nation, as I bring on stage the president of C21FG International, no other but Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli. Please, I need to see the emojis flying. If they're not plenty, I'll tell him to hold on. Let them come in. I can see the emojis as you're welcoming the president on stage. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. The floor is yours. The floor is yours, sir. You're welcome. Your floor is yours. You are welcome. The floor is yours. You are welcome. You're welcome. Let's continue welcoming him till he takes over. Let's continue welcoming him. Let's continue welcoming him till he takes over the session. Let's continue welcoming him. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. The floor is yours. If you can hear me, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you, Ambassador Vincent. I appreciate the welcome, and confirm you can hear me and you can see me.
We can hear you, but not seeing you yet.
Okay, let me activate Confirm you can hear me and you can see me.
We can hear you. We can see you now.
Okay. All righty. To everybody listening to me, this is Happy Workers Day for everyone. This is Happy Workers Day. And you're wondering why this is Workers
Lovely
Day.
suit, though.
Thank you. Thank you. But people are wondering, this is Workers Day. Why are you all suited up? Why are you all suited up? Why are you dressed like you're going to work? Is this not supposed to be Workers Day? Why are you dressed as if you're going to work? So, 1 second. All right. So people ask, why are you all dressed up? It's because I want to address people that are working, and but before I go into that, I want to recognize, I'm sure all the recognition has been done, but let's go straight to the meat of the day. First of all, if you're here and today is the first day of the month, and as our culture is, at the first day of the month, everybody in the Diamond Project, everybody in C2NFG, every leader takes a fast. So if you know you're fasting, today, which is the 1st of May, go and type, I'm fasting. Everybody is supposed to be taking the fast. Everybody, 1st of the month, everybody in this organization takes a fast, except you're pregnant or your doctor advises you not to fast, or you're a nursing mother and your doctor advises you not to fast. So if you are fasting, please go and type, I'm fasting. I'm going to give 30 seconds. If you're fasting, if you join the monthly fast, it's like an ordinance for us here. The reason is because our number one cardinal culture is commit your business to God. Our number one cardinal culture is recognition that if God doesn't help us, we can't do what we're doing. Our number one cardinal culture is, except the Lord builds the house, the laborers build in vain. So 1st day of every month, everybody in this organization takes a fast in order to commit the business to God and realize and recognize our helplessness, our hopelessness outside of God. All right. So if you're not doing that, please repent. Repent if you're not doing that. I expect everybody to be fasting 1st day of every month. The invoice, the 211 invoice, ours is 2 times a month. We fast 1st of the month, then 15th of the month. But if you're not an invoice, we just once every month because we depend really on the grace of God. The vision that we're running depends on the grace of God to succeed. So we need to recognize that and also ask Him to help us. All right. If you didn't send this link to your teammates, something's about to go down in the next few minutes. Something's about to go down. Something's about to go down. And if you didn't send it to them, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I can't see the numbers on YouTube because I'm connecting from Zoom. But if you didn't invoice, if you didn't send this, put the link on. If I don't even put the link on my, I hardly put stuff on my status. But I'm going to put the link right now on my DM. This is the first time I'm putting something like this on my DM, on my WhatsApp DM, so that people can join. Hold on. People can join. Let me see. Share on my DM, on my status with the link, Abby. Okay, good. So put it, I'm going to give you 1 minute. Put it on, everybody put the link, the flyer and the link on your status because something is about to happen to Nigeria. This is not, this meeting, hold on. The network is a bit. So take the next 1 minute and put the link on your DM and invite as many people as possible. Technical team, I need you to reset the Wi-Fi so I can. 1 second. Okay, I think network. So please, everybody, add put the link on your DM status because this is a clarion call for Nigerians. This is a clarion call for Nigerians. Put it on your DM status so people can see and join the link. All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to make this thing as brief as possible. Please reduce the noise at the background. When this makes as quick as possible. Why are we doing this meeting? Today is Happy Workers' Day, and the theme is the work that produces results. The work that produces results. The work that produces results, and that is the theme of this. Technical team, please, I need you here to sort out this. Please, you need to be around. Now, the work that produces results, sorry, apologies, my technical team is going up and down and it's affecting what is happening. The work that produces results is why we're here. A lot of us listening to me, you have been working for years. But when you look back, there is no result to show for it. That's why we're here. You put in a lot of effort, but you cannot match the results of your efforts. You cannot match the results to the efforts that you're putting in. That's the reason we're here. A lot of us have worked in civil service, worked in your place of work for several years. And when you look back, there is nothing to show for your years of hard labor. That is why we're here. And no other day than to tackle this issue other than the day that is regarded widely as Workers' Day. By the time we are done with this training, you would have evolved in your place of work. The challenge is the reason a lot of people can't seem to see results in their place of work, can't seem to see results from the work of their hands. They've stayed in a work for 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, and there's nothing to show for it. The reason is because, contrary to what they think, they have not been working. Contrary to what they believe or think, they have not been working. There are 4 kinds of people that believe they work. We're going to x-ray them so you know where you fall into. There are 4 kinds of people that believe they work, but the end justifies the means. The first kind of people are what I call active people. They are people that are active, very active. So let's know whether this Workers' Day is even for you, or maybe you should. For some of us, we might just have to wait for May 27th to celebrate Children's Day. Children are not just people that are below the age of 18. Children are people who cannot take responsibility of work. Children, they don't work. So that's why child labor is even a crime. Children are not supposed to work. So for most of us, what we should be waiting to, we might be 30, we might be 40, we might be 45, 50. But what we should be waiting to celebrate is May 27th, not Workers' Day. Why? Because we have not been working. What does it really mean to work? There are 4 kinds of people that believe they work. The first set of people are called active people. And that's where majority of people are. They're active. They're active. They are very active, but they're not working. And the country is made up of majority of this kind of people. Active. Nigerians are active, but they're not working. Bring out something on social media, Nigerians will carry it on their head. Blah, blah, blah. It will trend. Just say 2% or 1% of the people are actually content creators that is actually their job. So they are making money from it. 99% of the people engaged in shouting kinds on top of their head are just active people, but they are not working. But they've engaged. Oh, they're waiting. Oh, this person has said this. Oh, this person has said this. Oh, this. In fact, they will turn their, they will give comments. They will do active. Oh no. And this thing is not 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Let me just, they'll be there morning, following events, following, replying, checking, active. But no work. No work, because what they are doing is not creating value. They are active, but they are not working, because what they are doing is not creating value. It's not putting money into their pockets. It's not helping another person. But this, if you check the amount of time people spend on social media, you'll be weak. Active. Somebody will bring out a movie on YouTube. Before they say, don't be silly, 2 million views. Who are the 2 million people watching these things? Who are the 2 million people watching this? Who are the 2 million? If you check the movie, it's 2 hours, 10 minutes. Under 2 days, 2.5 million views. Where are the 2.5 million people that have 2 hours, 10 minutes to watch this movie? Who are they? Don't they have work? But they are active. They are active. I watch movies. So I'm not kicking against watching movies. But what percentage of your time are you using to engage in social media? But when I'm watching movie, I know I'm not active. I know I'm not working. So the first set of people are active people. I told somebody, if something is happening in the US, Nigerians will carry it on their head. Football now, Nigerians will carry it on their head more than even the Europeans. Why? Because the Europeans on Monday morning they have to go to work. Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning they are at work. And while they are working, they can't even have their phones. Have you not met people that left the country? They were your friends. They left the country. All of a sudden, you can't reach them again on phone. They didn't diss you. They are working. When they are working, they're not with their phones. They will tell you they can only call me by so time. These are grown people. That when they were in Nigeria, you can reach them at any time. Sometimes you take your phone and you call people. You don't even know that they're in the office. It's just anytime you want to call them, you call them. Because you know they will always pick their calls. So you don't even need to wait. Anytime, bam, I said it, all you're saying, maybe they are sleeping. Okay, maybe it's 10, 11 o'clock. This person might be sleeping. I may not call for this time because he's sleeping. Outside of that, you don't even think, oh, this person is working, this person is business. Why? Because a lot of people are active when they're not working. But outside the country, you know, if you call them at certain time, they will not even take your call because they are working. So the first set of people are active people. Now, by the time I'm done with this, you will know where you are and you will begin to work. The second set of people are what I call the toilers. The toilers. The toilers. Let me talk a little bit about the active people because that's where our problem is. The active people believe that money just comes. They believe that the people hoping that they will just make it one day. One day they will pick money. Toilers. Sorry for the break in transmission. Toilers. Active people are the people that believe that somehow, things will just happen and they will make money. Those are active people. So they are all on the internet. You know what I mean? They're searching for opportunities. They spend the past 6 months, every link they will open, every link they open. Meanwhile, they have a job, they have work. Oh. They're not doing the work that they are paid to do. They're on the internet searching for what's the next big thing. They are toilers. Sorry, they are active people rather. They are active, but they're not actually working. The second set of people are what I call the toilers. The toilers are people that are actually putting in some work. But they will discover that all the work they put in place have not produced results. Who are toilers? Toilers are people that are suffering. They wake up in the morning, they go to their place of work, and they work from morning till night. They have a handwork, they have an office work. But at the end of the day, the money they make at the end of the month can't even take them home. Those are toilers. Those are the people that will tell you after 35 years of meritorious service. I had somebody saying something, was it a policeman? I can't remember, but it said after 35 years of meritorious service, after giving my all to the service of this for 35 years, this is what I have. I can't even feed my family. There's nothing to show for it. They are toilers. They may be putting in some form of labor, but they are toilers. The truth is, they are not actually working. When you find toilers are mainly artisans, people that have handwork. That's why I see somebody, he's a plumber. He's carrying his plumber, he has been doing plumbing work for 30 years. Yet when you look at him, he's still the same way he's looking 30 years ago. He may be telling himself, telling his family, I'm going to work. In real essence, he's not working, he's toiling. I'm going to explain to you what it means to actually work so that you know whether you are working or you are toiling. If you work, it will show. You know, Today, I'm going to conduct a deliverance session for people. Listen to the sound of my voice. If you walk, it will show. If it does not show you, you are not walking. You may think, yes, I mean, you're engaged, but you may be active. You may be a toiler. Toilers don't walk, but they are engaged in a form of work. But toilers don't walk. The next set of people that go out there and they say they walk are people I call laborers. Each of these people, both the active people, they engage in some form of labor, but they are not truly working. It's the kind of work, but that's not the true work. There are different layers of it. For the laborers are the people that they labor. They labor. But these laborers, because they labor, they make ends meet. And the reward laborers get is wages. The reward that laborers get is wages. If you're truly working, your reward is not wages. Let me put it this way. Let me rephrase. The remuneration that laborers get is wages, which can be equated to money. The remuneration that people that truly work get are called the rewards. It can cascade into different dimensions. So all the laborer has to show for his work is money. And money is not even part of the reward system for somebody that is working. Sorry, let me put it this way. Money is not part of the remuneration system for somebody that is working. Most of you after today, you will leave what you're doing and start working. Laborers, they engage in work. So they get paid their wages. But they will discover, if you're a laborer, they will discover that all they got was the money. There were no other rewards. All they got for these 5 years of transaction was the money. That's why in our business, if all you're getting is the money, you're a laborer, you're not working. If all it can show is how much you have made, you're a laborer, you're not working. If you're truly working, your remuneration system transcends wages. It goes into rewards, which I'm going to talk about. And the fourth set of people are the people that are working smart. Those are the people that are truly working. All these four kinds of people, they are not idle. They are not lazy, in quotes, so to say. They are active. They are toilers. In fact, the toilers are the most engaged in all these people. The toilers. You look at them. You look at this. Every morning I woke up by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I spend 3 hours on the road. I go to me. I come back. This is that. At the end of the day, look at me and my 4 children. I still cannot feed them. This is how I've been working. Toilers! Active people, their own is they are active. But whatever they are active doing, if you listen to me, if you ask yourself what you have done for the month of April, if 50% of them, 60% of what you have engaged yourself is not yielding to your actual work, then you're a busybody active person. Now let me tell you, you know why I put this training for everybody, for every Nigerian that is working to see? The reason is because the problem of our country, people say, oh, it's bad leadership, oh, it's corruption. The problem of this country is lack of people that work. The problem that this country has is because this country is inundated with active people, toilers, laborers. Only few people actually work. Have you not had people say, I'll make Nigeria working again? I'll make Nigeria working again. All right? That's what I tell you. I'll make Nigeria working again. As if Nigeria is a machine that you want to start working. Countries that are working, the reason the countries are working is because the people in that country are not active people. They're not just toilers, they're not laborers. They're actually working. The GDP, if you want, what separates a first world country from a third world country is not the roads. It's not the roads. It's not the edifice. No. Some of our hotels, if you go to some of our hotels, some of our restaurants, you go to some fine dinings, it even beats some of the ones in Europe, I can tell you. If you enter some of our houses here, if you enter our city room, it beats 95% of even the city rooms of the parliament in those European countries. So you're a third world country, not because, oh, you have everything is fine. You're a third world country because the number of people that are working is few as compared to the number of people that actually work, the number of citizens working in the country. Actual work, not active people, not toilers, not laborers. The number of people actually putting the work is what determines the GDP. It's called the gross domestic produce. That is what ultimately determines whether a country is first world country or second world country or third world country or even fourth world country. There's a need for that. The challenge of our country is that we are reading with people that are not actually working. So because we are not working, the country is not working. And because the country is not working, our GDP is grossly undermined. Go to first world country, they will tell you unemployment rate is down to the barest minimum. And what are telling you? If they tell unemployment rate is raising to double figures, everybody's shouting. Listen, it's not about employment rate though. Unemployment rate rising to 10% means only 10% of the population are not working. The rest 90%, they are actually working. They are putting in stuff into the economy. The person is cleaning the road, is cleaning it. Everybody is actually working. So because everybody is putting in their own bits, the GDP is skyrocketing. So when they say Nigeria is not working, what it means is not that our coat of arms is not shining, Nigeria not working. If you want to get Nigeria working again, get the citizenry to begin to actually work. Hard work is the solution to the problems of this country. Hard work, through hard work, not toiling, is the solution. If we are going to emancipate this generation, then we must begin one person at a time to begin to truly work. It's Workers' Day. Most of the people listening to me, you have not worked for the past one. In fact, if they count the number of days, you have not worked. No, but I go to the office. What is this person talking about? But I go to the office. Look at what I've done. I'm going to explain to you so you know whether you're actually working. What do you think corruption is? People say our main problem is corruption. What do you think corruption is? Corruption is the act of people wanting to get something without working for it. That's the gist of corruption. To a layman, when people want to get something they did not work for legitimately, that's corruption. That's corruption. If you work for it, get it. It's not corruption. And we're saying the leaders are corrupt. If you go to the intrinsic fabric of our society, you discover that even that copper is looking for where they will pay him alawi for him not to work. He's looking to collect government 70K without doing anything. That is corruption. He doesn't want to serve the country, but he wants to make money. That is corruption. Lack of work. That is where the problem has to start. And because we live in a nation where people glorify their end result without telling you how they made it. Somebody is driving a Porsche, somebody is driving a Lambo, somebody is driving a Lexus, somebody is driving a Benz. What they are showing you is the end result. They are not showing you the date night. They're not showing you the grind. So you see the end result and you want to be like them. You want to acquire what they have without going through the recourse. That's also corruption. When you see somebody wielding an iPhone 17 Pro Max, find out what that person is doing so you can do it. Don't just say, God, when? God, when? God, when as a how? God, when as a how? No. What you're asking is, what can I do? What is this person doing? Ask them, what are you doing to get an iPhone 17 Pro Max? Let me do the same so I can get an iPhone 17 Pro Max. The problem in this country is that few people are ready to work. So if you want to solve this nation, get everybody working. If you want to get Nigeria working again, from the cradle to the top, let everybody be working. The people that represent us at the House of Representatives, when they go there, they sit down and they do their work. The governors, they sit down and they do their work. The teacher sits down and they do their go to schools. If they look, they will give how in the school, children will come, they will give them what is it called, whatever, they will slip off. If you look out, eye service everywhere. That is the problem of this country. That's why the country is not working, because the people in the country are not working. And if we must salvage this nation, we must begin with ourselves. Are you really working? Most of the people protesting bad governance, give them a responsibility. Just say a small responsibility. That's when you know that you should be the one that we should be. Maybe the leadership should be protesting against you. Look at our parastatals, our civil service. Go there. Go there. People are eating the national cake without it. Somebody comes to work, stays on his laptop, does the plays around, especially oh my goodness. The solution to the problem of this country is get everybody working again. Everybody. From the gateman to the person sweeping the road, to the security officer, to the desk officer, to everybody. Get everybody working again. Let me define what work is, because you don't know what work is until you know what it is not. Most people will say, but I work. What is this person saying? Get everybody working again. But I work now. In fact, I've been in my place of work. I even slept. I even did night shift. Let me tell you what work is so that you know whether you're truly working. But before I define work, let me bring out the misconception of work. The first misconception of work is people think that work. Now, let me tell you something. If you want to deceive a generation, go and tamper with the definition of values. Simple. If you want to lead a generation astray, go and tamper with their definition of values. That's one. Don't try to solve. Go and tell them black is white. White is not really black. Black is not really black. White is not. If you do that, you will discover that you have swayed them in an alternate direction. So if you want to get people not working, don't go and tell them sit at home. Go and tamper with the definition of work. So let me talk about the misconception of work. Because work has been misconstrued. People now, if you don't understand work, you leave and say, okay, let me go and work. It's true, let me go and work. Since they say that hard work is a solution to the problem of this country, let me go and work. If you don't know what work is, what would you go and do? You can't be active, you can't toil, you can't labor. So if you want to lead the generation astray, tamper with the definitions of the core values they hold, and you will sway them. When was this generation led astray? When people began to define success by the kind of car you drive. If you check generation past, success was not defined by the kind of car you drove. Success was defined by the impact you made in the society. That is why, because success has been altered, that is why they will do, I'm not knocking anything. They will do a show. There's a popular show that they do in this country. They say the winner of the winner will win 100 million naira. Or do a quiz. And the winner of the quiz will win 150,000 naira. It's because success has been, what success means has been altered right from the base. It's been altered. So when people are pursuing a success, they think this is not successful. People think success now is I'm having an iPhone 17 Pro Max. I'm showing my Rolex watch. I'm driving a beautiful car. That is what they feel success is. So that's what they are pursuing. But that's not what success means. Because you can be a kidnapper and be holding an iPhone 17 Pro Max. You can be a Yahoo boy and be driving a Lamborghini. Does it mean that you're successful because you have a Lamborghini? No, you're not successful because you have a Lamborghini. What are you doing? How are you impacting? That Lamborghini was bought at the expense of the blood of souls. And you tell me you're successful. But people will clap for you. Ladies these days, most ladies, it's Yahoo boys are looking to date because they hold the success clip. How a generation has been derailed simply by redefining and tampering with the definition of our core values. That's why I want to get you to know what is work so that you will know whether you're working. So what is the misconception of work? They've told us that work is something that generates money for us. If you ask somebody what is your work, they'll tell you workshop, where person they work, in the shop, waiting they make. What generates money for me, that's work. That's the misconception of work. That is why somebody will sit down with his laptop, scamming people. To him, that is his work. After now, this one they can't make money. It is an error that we, as members of this diamond generation, diamond tribe, must rise and correct. Misconception. What is work? Something that will help me take care of me and my family. That is work to you. Who told you that's what work is? Something that will help you take care of you and your family. So if work is something that will help you take care of you and your family, if I tell you to come and work for me, and what I'm doing is I'm rigging the election, or what I'm doing is that I'm killing people, I'm defrauding people. As far as I'm giving you money that will take care of you and your family, you will start working because that is your definition of work. For you, now my work, now my work. What is the misconception of work? Work is something that puts food on my table. When person they work in the shop. But that is not work. That is. Have you not seen some people? Their own definition of work is to carry camera, go online, take somebody's business, take somebody's character, decimate it. To him, how many likes, how many comments, how much is YouTube paying them? To them, that is their work. Their work is to take a human being and destroy the human being. They don't care if what they say takes that person to commit suicide. They don't care. All they know is that at the end of the day, Facebook will pay them amounts. YouTube will pay them this. To them, that is their work. Because it brings money to the table. It puts food on the table. It takes care of the family. They pay their rent. So they don't care the consequences of their actions. Whether that person commits suicide, they don't care. All I know is how much are they paying me. They will check how much. Oh my goodness. Because they think work is something that provides food for them and their family. That's why somebody will go online and be cheating people, stealing. Because in his mind, work is something that provides food. See, if I can do this one, do this one, do this one, they don't understand that that is not the true definition of work. The reason a lot of people are active, they labor and they toil, is because they have a wrong conception of work. And the reason I'm saying this is, if you don't know what work is, how will you now say, I want to work? So let me define work. I've handled the misconception of work. Let me define what work is. Work is defined as the essence of your life. Let me say it again. Work is defined as the essence of your life, which you bring into the marketplace as a proof that you played in this earth. As a proof you played in the market. Let me say it again. Work is defined as that essence of your life that you bring into the marketplace to show that, Omo, I've been shown for here. I existed in this reality called earth. So I go to the market, some people selling vegetables, some people selling rice, some people selling beans. Work is what you yourself, what you as a person brought into the marketplace of life. That's work. Work is defined as your signature on the earth. The imprint of your identity, with which you use to contribute your quota to the world. That is your work. Your work is what are you? What of you? You came into this world. What of you? Who are you? And what is it that you are bringing into the marketplace as your contribution to life? That is work. In essence, work is the sum total of the implication of your life. That's why when people are about to go, they put, this is my life's work. When they say my life's work, they're not saying money. When somebody dies, when they read the person's, is it eulogy or obituary or whatever they call it, they are reading, was born in 19 so. They are reading the work. They're not saying he has some amount of money in the bank. No. They will say he survived he brought in children into the world. That is work. He did this. He opened this company. He did this. What is the essence of your life? When you journey through this earth and you're about to exit, what did you bring to show that between 1989 and 2079, a man called so person passed this planet? What is it to show? That is your work. Your work shows who you truly are. When they say somebody is a doctor, is a medical doctor, what they're telling you is that they know him. You see, when they say he's a doctor, it does not mean that he's a stethoscope. They mean that his essence is to treat people. His essence in life is to treat people of their ailment. When somebody is a teacher, what is your essence in life? That is your work. When they say Happy Workers' Day, those are the people that are referring to. That's why I dressed like this, because to show you that we're talking to people that really work. Most of us, this training will save you, because you will go back and discover, I've not really been working, or I've been painting my work with rubbish. Let me go to the principle, what they call the principle of the first principle, or call it first mention, or the first principle. It's called the principle of the first mention. Go to the beginning to find out. If you want to know how something is done, go to the person that did it and find out from the author what happened. In the beginning, when God showed on the scene, he began to create the heaven and the earth. The idea we know about God is that he's a creator. He began to work. God showed up with work, because how do we know who God is except by the work that he did? So in the beginning, they didn't say in the beginning, in the beginning, God began to create. We know God in the essence as a creator. That's his identity, because that was his work. He began to create the earth. He created in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. They didn't show us the analogy of how he created the heavens, because we're not in that dispensation to understand. Because what are you doing with how the heavens were carved? You don't need that thing. You can't grasp the reality with your mortal mind. So they began to tell you how the realm you live was created. He did this in the first, they called it, he was working for 6 days. That was how he introduced himself to work to us as a creator. That was his essence. That was his identity. That was his signature. That was his work. He was not working for money. He was not working to eat. He was creating a civilization. That was his work. That was his definition. When he said on the 7th day, God rested from his work, it's what he has created. He created the earth. And we know him as you relate with God in the context of the person that created the earth. The heavens and the earth, but you don't understand about the heavens. The one you know is the earth. You relate with him. How do you know him? He's the one that created this earth. For people that think that Earth evolved from a molten magma, you're on your own. But we know God as a person that the discipline of this earth, the rigidity, you know that somebody created it. No. The sun does. No, these things, people for the first time did an expedition to the moon and went higher. Somebody created the moon, planted it there. Somebody created the sun. You should know that the sun did not just a being orchestrated this thing and put it in place. And somebody has a creator. That's God. So that's how we know him as a creator. So if you are not working, you're not known for anything. Now I'm going to talk about the rewards of work. I told you money is not part of the remuneration of true work. You can be active. Oh yes, active. They can give you money. You can toil, you make money. You can labor, you make. When you truly work, money is not the reward. Wages are the reward for laborers. When you truly work, money is not the reward. I will show you the reward of true work. The first reward that you worked is when you see. So I'm saying this so that from a lot of us, for the next 5 years, go and work. So after 5 years, you look at your work and you get the reward. The first reward of work, in no particular order I'm going to talk about, is satisfaction and fulfillment. You look at what you have done for 5 years, you are satisfied. When God looked at what he created, God said, I looked at everything and it was good. The first day, the second day, the night and day, the first day. He will create. He walk. He look at it, it was good. If for the past 5 years, you cannot look at what you have put your life in and say, I try. You are not working. You may be laboring, you may be toiling, but you are not working. Satisfaction, fulfillment comes from work. You look at the works of your hand. I try. Satisfaction. No money can give you that. Fulfillment, no money can give you that. Accomplishment, no money can give you that. If you're truly working, the remunerations are rewards. The first one of the rewards are satisfaction. You look at what you did with your life and you nod your head. I did a good job. You're serving as a honorable member or House of Rep or governor. And after 4 years, you look at what you did. Say, yes, I tried. That people like that governors they'll tell you when I done record, when they look at what they did, you can't take it. They tell you when I was governor for so amount of years, this is what I did. Can't check. When they walked. So when they look back, they're satisfied. It's not the salary that they were paid that they just. Their fulfillment is I walked. They've seen the work of their hands and they are satisfied and they say yes, truly I walked. The remunerations of work are rewards. One of the rewards is satisfaction, fulfillment, and accomplishment. If what you're doing, you cannot see satisfaction, you cannot see fulfillment, you cannot see accomplishment, you may be toiling, you may be laboring, you may be active, but you're not really working. The second reward of work is dignity. When you have truly worked, they put the respect on your name. When you truly work, the remunerations of work are rewards. One of the rewards is dignity. If you truly work, they will put respect on your personality. It's called the dignity of labor. You can't work for a while and not be respected. If you have done something for 5 years, 7 years, and there's no respect at that, you are not working. You're not working. Dignity. People will look at you, they will respect you. Come, people will stand up and greet you. Why? You have worked. If you have been in this for 10 years, when you come, nobody respects you. You have not worked, or you may be laboring, or you may be active, or you may be toiling. When you work, there is a reward of dignity that is smeared on you. People look at you. Look at people that have worked. You will see dignity. They come, people stand up to greet, people respect them. You don't have to be proud, but people will respect you. When you come to a place, people will stand up for you to sit down. It's called dignity because you have put labor into the work. You have worked your work. You're not just laboring, you are truly working. What are the rewards of work? I said it again. The remunerations of work are rewards. The first one is satisfaction, fulfillment, accomplishment. The second one is dignity. You can get respect. The third one is credible. You build credible relationships. If you look around and there are not people that can stand for you, you have not worked. You have not worked. You build credible relationships because of the impact of your work on the landscape. People will entrust you. There are some people that will give you their card. Take my card. Just go there, they will give you a job. It's not a function of position. It's a function of the work the person has put. There are some governors that people don't respect. There are some ministers that people don't respect. Do you understand? If you have worked, even when you leave that position, you have dignity. You have credible relationships. If you're not working and you're using your position to wield influence, the moment they take you out of that position, you will be forgotten in a hurry. That is when you know that all this while you were not working. That you think, hey, you will discover that, what have I been doing? Because there's no credible relationship. I've not built credible relationship. If you're not building credible relationship, you are not working. When you work, you build credible people you can count on, people that can vouch for you, people that can stand for you. That's why as a parent, if you train your children, if you really work in training your children, they will stand for you. If your children grow up and they're not remembering you, you did not work. You may have provided for them. People think that when the child is providing school fees and no, oh God, you're not working. Work, you build credible relationship. What are the rewards of work? That's why I said if you truly work, it will show. If you truly work, it will show. What are the rewards of work? Number 4, growth. You will grow. You see that this is not where I am before. You know that this is not the person that I was 2 years ago. No, you will know it. You will know it. No, but growth is not you know I have grown. If you're not growing, you're not working. You may be laboring, you may be toiling, you may be active, but you're not working. The problem of Nigeria is that we don't have workers. We don't have workers. The 5th reward of work. I want to talk about growth. Growth is, let me explain growth so you know whether you're growing. What is the litmus test for growth? How do you know whether you're growing? It's very simple. The challenges that you faced 3 years ago, when that challenge comes today, it's not a challenge anymore. That is the litmus test for growth. If what you are battling now is what you are battling 5 years ago, okay, you have not grown. You may have aged, but you did not grow. If as a primary 6 student, the mathematics that was difficult for you in primary 3, when they give you that mathematics in primary 6, it's still hard for you. It means you have not grown. When you grow, challenges that were hard for you 5 years ago, they bring it's no longer a challenge. That is what growth is all about. The 5th reward of work, in no particular order, is contribution, or what I call impact. The difference between accomplishment and contribution is accomplishment has to do with what you've done for yourself. Okay, let me take it back again. And now I said the one is satisfaction. Satisfaction, fulfillment, and accomplishment. Satisfaction has to do with you look at something and you're okay with it. You're okay with it. It may not be the best, but you're okay. Fulfillment means over time. So many rich people today that are not fulfilled. They're not satisfied. That is why they're still looking for more money. Because they don't understand. They think it's more money that will get them fulfilled. Whereas there are people that are not as rich as them, but they are fulfilled. It is your work that gets it fulfilled. Not if you get all the money in the world, you can't get fulfillment and satisfaction. That's why I see them looking for more money because they think that by getting more money, they are equating work with money. Work is not money. So why accomplishment has to do with what you've accomplished. The fifth one is contribution, which has to do with what have you contributed to the society? What have you contributed to the world? What are people saying because you are born, because you walk this landscape? These are the benefits that we're enjoying. Not your family, the world around you. Not just your teammates, the entire gamut of City Energy, the entire tribe. What would they say? Oh, because you are in this civilization, this is what I've gained. What is your contribution? We want to talk about the GA leaders and we praise them and we respect them. It's not because it's because of the contribution they have brought to the landscape of this economy. What are you bringing? What is your contribution? If all that you have done is you, yourself, and I, you, your family, you, your father, your mother, you, your brother, yourself, you, your wife, and your children, if that is the only thing, that's accomplishment, that's not contribution. What would your neighbor say because you're my neighbor? This is what I gained. What would that man say because you live in Abuja? This is what Abuja environments are gaining. Because in Nigeria, what is your contribution? If work does not translate to contribution, you may be laboring, you're toiling, you're not moving. So the first one is satisfaction, fulfillment, and accomplishment. Second one is dignity. Third one is credible relationship. Fourth one is growth. The fifth one is contribution. Money is not a reward. I didn't put money there. Money is a fringe benefit of work so that you can continue working. When man was created, man was not created to look after money. When man was created, he was created to work in the garden. The fruit, they told him, they said, you may eat of every tree in the garden, but this one you will not eat. Who planted that tree? It was not man that planted the tree, was it? Yes, he was meant to cultivate the garden, but his original food was already provided. His shelter, he had shelter on his own. Man had shelter. Man did not need clothes. It was when man fell that he suddenly realized that he was naked and he needed to put on a suit. The way man was created, his covering, his glory was his covering. It's just like a dog. A dog does not need clothes. Creatures are created with their shelter. A rat does not need clothes. A lion does not need clothes, but they are not naked, but they're not wearing clothes. Their glory, their body was their covering. So a lion is not looking for, let me walk so that I can wear clothes. No. Man was created with his body, with his glory as his covering. When he fell, he discovered he was naked. He was not looking for shelter, getting this to cover. That was why I told you the first mention, man was not created to look for what to wear. That's why you buy a clothes, no matter how beautiful this suit is. Give it 2 years, 3 years, it dilapidates. You can't even wear them again. To show you that these things are not what you should be chasing. Man was also not created to look for what to eat. I told you as he came, the food was there. He was told to work, not to work so he can eat. He was to work to keep the garden. That's business for another day. That is why you can never see a bird that does not sow, does not reap. I've never seen a bird that fell down. Do you know how many thousands of birds in the sky? I've never seen a bird that fell down and said, what killed this one? They say it's hunger. Hunger killed this bird though. They don't sow, they don't reap. Yet, food is never a problem. They don't work, but food is not a problem. But the essence of their work is to be flying and beautifying the landscape. I've ever seen a rat that died. And they say this rat died because it was hunger that killed the rat. No. The rat that you're looking to kill, you're not providing, you're hiding your food from him. They're in the bush. Who's providing meat for the rat in the bush to eat? The rat eat fish. Who is providing fish for the rat in the forest to eat? They didn't fall from their realm. So food was not what they are created to do. Rat is supposed to be a rodent, supposed to be part of the ecosystem. So there's a rat that will come and disturb you in your house. It's part of the ecosystem, animal ecosystem. So being a rat is enough. But he has to eat to survive. You're not the one that feeds the rat. You're not the one that feeds the cockroach. The ants. You're not the one that feeds the ants. We're here now. Where will they gather? Where will they gather? Because they were not created intrinsically to look for what to eat, to look for shelter. Man was not created to look for money to eat. Man was created to exude his essence in the landscape. So, what is money? Money is a fringe benefit. You know what they call fringe benefit? Let me give an example. I gave an example to someone that I was talking 2 days ago. If I want to go and do exercise, I'm running. As I'm running, I will sweat naturally. Sweating is a fringe benefit of running. Nobody pays me for sweating. They pay me for running. But there's no way you run without sweating. There's no way you walk without money coming to follow you. There is no way you will walk without money naturally. There's no way you walk, provide value. That money will not naturally follow you. Money is not what you're chasing. It will naturally attach itself to you to enable you to keep on working. When they employ you in a bank, the money they give to you is to make you keep coming to the bank to keep putting your services. Your service is not the money. Your service is to make sure that it's customer service, to make sure that the bank ecosystem is fluent and seamless. The money they give to you, that is why if you check in any of this, if you check your employment letter, they will tell you this one is for feeding, this is for housing, this is for this. All those things are things to make sure that you are well taken care of so you can come and continue working. I wish somebody can understand what I'm saying and be delivered from the pursuit of money. Look at the wealthy people today. Is it money that they're looking for? You think it's money? It's people that are judging them by their assets. It's called assets. It's not cash. It's called people that are judging by their assets. But the real thing, they're always looking for what to do. The richest man in Africa, Dangote, did he call him? He's always thinking about his fight. He's talking about what he's bringing to the ecosystem. So when you call Dangote, what comes to your mind is cement before. If the name Dangote crosses your mind, what comes to your mind is cement. I don't know his height, I don't know his weight. But what crosses your mind is cement. Now, what crosses your mind is refinery. That's the essence. That is what he brought to the table. That is who he is. What comes to your mind is not how much, you don't even know how much he has in the bank. At the point, he said one day, he had to go to the bank. This is one of his interviews. He said one day I had to go to the bank and we do $1 million in cash. Several years ago, he came and he put the $1 million. That's okay. So now, so that means I have money. He was fine. He want to acquaint himself with God. No. After that, he gathered, he went and put it in the bank. I worked in the bank. I can tell you, the money you put in the bank, they use it and give other people. As you're depositing, you're giving it to another person. So it's not like your money in the bank is waiting for you, just so you know. So, money is not a reward, but what you get as a result of working, it will come naturally. It will come naturally. Go and work. You won't look for money. Go and work. You won't look for money. You won't look for money. Is Donald Trump looking for money? Are the people working looking for money? No. Don't look for money. Money will come naturally so that you can keep on working. The reason the money is coming is so that I can buy clothes. Like if I did not dress properly, I won't have the permission to come and be talking to you. So money is so that I can dress properly, look good, smell good, so I can have the confidence to work. My work is what I'm training you. My work is not for this clothes, but this clothes is next. See, that's why when they send you on an errand, they give you the money to accomplish it. The most important thing is the errand and your work you're doing. So for you to listen to me and your life be impacted, and more, his necessity is laid that I will have clothes to wear. I will look good. I will look confident. If I don't look confident, I cannot deliver the message. But money is a fringe benefit. When you work naturally and you create value, you won't look for money. Now let me talk about the work, the attributes of the work that yields rewards. You know, if we can understand what I'm saying, and every member of the tribe begin to imbibe it. Some of you, when they pay you your salary, when I finish talking about work, I'm going to talk about work now. When they pay your salary, this is the for April. If by Monday they pay your salary, you will call your organ and say, please, this salary, I really do not, I not really work. Please, but please, can I have, yeah, they were looking at you. What are you talking about? I said, I don't really work. I don't really work. I'm going to strengthen. I don't really work. Please, can you take back the salary or just have mercy on me? Let me just use it. But I will work this month on me. You will see that I work. He'll be looking at you. What is this guy talking about? You'll find out. You know, some people think that for the fact that they come to the office, that is work. They will tell you they didn't deliver value. They will tell you, but I came to work, my transport now. Your transport is not my company. You're paying your transport to the Uber driver or to the taxi. That's the person that it's not me. But you didn't give me do I own the transport company? I use my transport to come to work. Am I the owner of Bolt or Uber? But they feel that, but I use transport to come to work. I didn't pay you to use transport. I paid you to deliver value. Are you delivering the value? You see, for anybody that pays you money, this is Workers' Day. That's how I'm communicating this to you. For anybody that pays you money, they don't pay you money because they like your face. They pay you money because your contribution have made them to make that money. From the money that they may help them to make, that is what they're paying you. So if you're in a place and you ask yourself, this month of April, what I have done, has it moved the company forward? Has it made the company to achieve its goals? Has it made the company to make money? If what you have done not really make, you don't deserve the money they're paying you. That you pay transport to come is no business of the company. Is the transport money entering their pocket? How does the transport money you're paying to the bus driver affect his balance sheet? But because our minds are so warped and entitled, you think, some people are just waiting for the end of the month. They're just like this. They're just waiting for the end of the work. They will not work. Act value will not add value. Do the thing they will not do. They're just waiting for the end of the month. It started. If you don't pay them, you are the problem of this generation. You are the problem of this country. You are the problem that this country is facing. That is because you are not working. That's why this country is not working. The day everybody goes back to their office, even though the person might be saying, this person is paying me, is underpaying me. If they work now, if that money is underpaying, if you can go home and sit down and check whether by being idle, somebody will pay you money. If it's underpaying you, why you're still there? Why you're collecting? If it's underpaying you, don't collect the money. Go home. If you're collecting that person's 1 naira, make sure that you are working to help that person make that money. So let me show you the work that yields reward. All this reward I stated is not every kind of work that yields. The kind of work that yields reward is what I want to show you now. So the first work that yields reward, so that you live here and know whether you have been working, or you have been toiling, or you have been playing. Some of us were the active people, I call them players, that playing. Or you will waste your life. Remember that work is the essence of your life. If you play through life, you wasted your life. Have you not wondered why many people come to the end of their life and they look back? They can't trace any accomplishments. When they pass on, nobody cares. Nobody even knows that they passed on. It's because they're not working. What are the kind of work that engenders reward? Number one, the work that seeks to satisfy and to impact. Anything you're doing, are you doing it so that you can satisfy people around you? I called somebody one day to come and help me fix my new office in Lagos. Come and help me fix my internet. He came, finished, collected money, and when he left, nothing was done. I've done my work, I've done my work. Did you satisfy that client? Did you satisfy that client? Did you satisfy that client? I have somebody that does the inverter. As now, this office has lights because he brought a lithium yesterday. During the week, the inverter in this office packed up. Yesterday, because he came to fix yesterday, he brought a lithium battery and installed it. He didn't even call me to ask me for a dime. I didn't give him a couple. He just wants my satisfaction. He brought a lithium battery, 2 point something, installed it, finished it, and there is light, and I'm running this training. He has not even called me to tell me, oh, we've installed it. He just wants to make sure I am satisfied. That is work. It's not about money. He hasn't called me to tell me, oh, I'm sure he just wants to make sure that this training is finished running and there is light everywhere. This guy may not even call me until I call him. His passion is to satisfy. That is work. People like that, money is never, they don't look for money. Any work that does not satisfy the people you're working for or you're working with, any work that does not impact them is not work. You may be toiling, you're laboring, but you're not putting smiles on their faces. You're a receptionist. Your job is to make sure that anybody that walks into that office, the person will say, wow. The person will be satisfied. The person will go out and say, can I have your number, please? No. The way you treated this case, Ibelefumi, that is work. That is work. You're working as a carpenter. Somebody calls you to do a carpentry job. By the time you finish that carpentry job, the person is marveling. Oh no, which kind? You did the one. Do the one they asked you to do. Do the one they did not ask you to do. You finish the work. The person cannot ask. The person is so satisfied. He's so satisfied. But there are people you come to your house, they'll come to your house, they will fix this one, they will spoil this one. So tomorrow you can call them. They will fix this one, they will spoil this one. That is not work. Oh. You're toiling, oh. You're laboring, you're not doing work. When you work, you satisfy the client. Satisfaction means I don't need anything again. Some people, they're too quick in a hurry. No, but you're not satisfied. I'm not satisfied now. No. I've done. There's some people, you attend to client. You know the client is not satisfied, but I've done it now. What should I kill myself for you? I've told you that this is what it is now. What else do you want from me? What do you want from me? Should I give you my kidney? At the end of the day, that's how you work. And then they say, I've worked for today. You did not work. You are laboring. That work does not engender reward. That is why all you have is just your salary. 5 years later, 7 years later, you worked at a cashier in that place. All you can show for it is your salary. It's because you are not truly working. You are laboring. You are toiling. True work is to satisfy the client. But is there another thing I can do to help you? Are you satisfied? If you go to world-class organizations, travel out and go, you will see how, go to hospitals abroad, you will see the way they will treat you. They will satisfy you. Go travel out and see where people are working. They will attend to you. You will be satisfied. They will call you back. Are you okay? They will send an email. They will follow you up. If you're not satisfied, their work has not come to an end. That is a work. That's why the nation is working. Here, once you do your barest minimum, if anybody calls, you put your phone on silent. No, call me. I've done my own. You know that people are not satisfied. Yet you've done your work. After how much are they paying me? You are toiling, you're laboring. The day this country begins to truly work, this country will begin to work again. The country working again is human beings, citizens, deciding to truly work. Anything I'm doing, I must satisfy the person. I must leave an indelible impact. The person will leave me smiling. He doesn't need to give me money. You're not doing it for tip. You're doing it so that the person can smile and say, oh, how many of us, you take your car to your mechanic, they'll fix this one. They'll tamper with something. They know you're coming back. After 2 weeks, you bring it again. You're a mechanic, but if you're a mechanic and your client is always bringing that same car, you are laboring, you're not working. That same car. You say, but if they don't bring the car now, how will I make money to chop? Because you think your work is for money. You see, people think work is money. That is why they do it, they cheat people, they defraud people because you think your work is money. Finish that. Handle the person's can say whether the person will never have any course. Sit down, work on the car. Even the one did not ask you to work on, check everything, say, but look at this one, look at this one. Work on the car so that the next 2 years, the person will not have course to bring your car and use. He will bring other people, say, look at that mechanic. Go and look at that mechanic. Go. That is true work. If he sees anything, say, no, I have a mechanic, relax. I have come. He will direct people to you. But mechanics are every day. People are coming to your workshop. The same is coming again. You are happy because you will drop money. You are milking the person. 10 years just in that workshop. The ceiling is still bent. The wall is not painted. Everything is like that. It's not changed. It's because you have been laboring and turning and not working. I'm telling you the kind of work that really yields reward. So if you are not working, go back and return some of the money that they are paying you. That say, okay, I know you paid me 200,000, but I don't think I really worked. Can you take back 100,000? I didn't really work. You say why? So watch me work. Number 2, what is the component of work that yields reward? Because this is Workers' Day. Some of us are enjoying our home. You should go back after this. You should go back to the office because they didn't really work last month. They're giving you Workers' Day. Just know you didn't work. Go and work. You didn't work. You're resting. You've been on leave. You've been on leave. I remember when I was in the bank. Somebody came and on leave. They said, you're on leave now. So no, I'm not going for leave. No, now. What you're doing, you've been on your KPI shows that you've been on leave. You've been on leave. You've been on leave. Why on leave? You want to go on leave again? But you've been on leave now. Your KPI shows that you're not. Some of us, if we check our KPIs, you're not since this year you have not worked. If they check what you've actually done, you have not worked. The second attribute of work that yields reward is work that engages the mind thoroughly. Work that engages the mind. Most of us will work with our hands. We can never use our mind to think on that work. What this has to do? Lift this thing. Yes, I've done it. What does the car bring this thing from? Bring this cup. Yes, I've done it. But you can't use your mind. Your mind is for watching movie. Your mind is for just. Your mind is not for your work. You're not working. How do you know? When they give someone an assignment, when they brings it, they say, did you use your mind at all? Did you use this work you just did? Was your mind on leave when you were doing this work? Did you just use your hands? Donkeys work with hands. Mules work with hands. You're a human being, you have a mind. Did you engage your mind in this work that you have done now? Did you apply you give somebody the flyer to do. You'll bring out the flyer. You're wondering, did you use your mind at all? You give somebody work, they will do the work. Did you think at all when you're doing this work? Any work you're doing that you don't engage your mind is not work. You may be toiling, you may be laboring. That's why all you have is wages. You don't have the remunerations and the rewards of work because you don't use your mind. You don't apply thoughts. How can this thing be done better? Is this the best way I can do this? We can handle this thing. Is that the best way I can handle it? You want to prospect somebody. You just see somebody. You can't think, what's the best way to approach this person? I want to sell my product to this person. What's the best way? But this person is a high net worth individual. I cannot start telling him, I cannot treat him the way I would treat somebody that is a student. It's your mind working. Your mind will tell you, no, approach this person a little bit differently. But your mind must get to work. If you're working without your mind, you'll be making silly mistakes. At the end of the day, you might put in your energy, but you have not worked. So the rewards that come from work will not apply to you. The lowest paid people on any socialization or civilization are people that don't use their mind. Open and close, do this, do this, do this. You can't engage your mind. That is why you are not growing. The reason, one of the rewards of work is growth. The reason you're not growing is because you don't use your mind. So your mind, the way your mind is, some of us, they steal our mind. We have not brushed our mind. Our mind has not taken bath. Our mind has not eaten food. Our mind has not showered for the past 3 years because you've been on the same work. You have not used the mind to say, this cashier work I'm doing, how can I do it better? This is my environment. Some people come to your office because you're not engaged the mind. You see an office, here a starter. Your mind is not at work. If your mind is at work, say, and for people come home and they look at this office. Why? What is this thing here? This thing is not supposed to be here. Take it out. Your mind is at work. Your mind is at work. How can I do to make it a little bit better? How can I do so that this place can smell better? Your mind is the mind of somebody at work. If you don't engage your mind, Oga, you're not working. You may be toiling, you may be laboring, or you're not working. The day you begin to engage your mind, you discover that most of the things, some of us, the way we are doing the work we're doing in our office is the same way we were doing it 4 years ago. Nothing has changed because your mind is on leave. Time is gone. My time is gone. What is the work that yields reward? Number 3, work that is doggedly consistent. Work that is on the matter for a long time. It's not work that you do for 5 days. You say, no. You must be on the pedal to the metal. You must persevere in that work. You must be committed to that work. We're in a generation of microwave generation. If something does not work for 3 days, you are looking for another thing that will work. That's why people have been laboring, toiling. You get something, your team is engaging on the program. You do it for first 4 5 days, it did not work. You leave it. You can't join another thing, it did not work. You leave it. You're running helter-skelter. If there's no persistence, don't get commitment, perseverance. It is not work you're doing. No. You work here. After 2 weeks, you work here. You try this thing. It's not really working. It's on you to stay there and make it work. Work it until it works. You leave it. You're looking for what's the best way? What's this one is you are waste. At the end of the day, you come back and discover you have not worked. Work that gives reward is what you stay on them. On this matter, we shall stay. You stay on it. You're committed. You're doggedly consistent. Those days, they'll tell you if you're in the bank for 10 years, they'll give you a Rolex watch, they'll give you this, they'll give you this. It's because there's reward for people that have stayed consistently. Jumping from one place to another is not consistent. It does not. That's why there's no reward. The only reward those days, the apprentices are people that stayed for a long time. That's what leads to reward. Not you stay over 2 years, over 1 month, over 3 months. You cannot be consistent on the matter. When you face problem, you run away. You're looking for where it's easy. You're wasting your life. What is the work that yields reward? Number 4. Work that only rests when the work is done. When the generation of people that you work for 10 minutes, you can't take tea break. You work for 1 hour. You say, man, I did not come here to die. You only work for 1 hour. You are going to take fresh for your mental health. You work for 1 hour. All of a sudden, your mental health is an issue. Then maybe you're not even qualified to do that work in the first place. There are some people that every day they tell you they are ill. Maybe you should go and take 1 year and treat yourself. I'm not saying if you're ill, you should not treat yourself. We can't be absent all the time. You're coming to, they don't know whether you come tomorrow because tomorrow an excuse will come. You're resting. Come on. As a ham. God rested when he finished working. Look at God. He worked for 6 days. When he concluded his work and created man and gave man in charge, work is complete. He went to rest. Some of us, work has not even started, we are resting. What are you resting for? What work have you even done that you're resting? What work have you done there? What have you produced? I've told you guys several times, the business is like you're pushing a car uphill. The moment you want to go and rest, the car will come down. until you have to push it until you push it up the cliff, until it goes to, it's like this. You push it until it goes to a place of stability. You can go and rest. Any work you do, papa, you are going to rest. Papa, papa, you have stopped. Papa, you started. You're a joker. It's not what you're doing. You must be ready. Let me explain to you. If you say you want to work, you must be ready to come to the office. Sit your patella down. Sit your butt down and put in 5 hours. Yes, the medical doctor says don't sit for long. After like 1-2 hours, you walk up and stretch. You're walking up because you want to go and stretch. But you are for 4 or 5 hours in that day, you are putting in the work. You're not going to drink pure water. You're not going to drink Feruz. You're on this walk. You're on the walk for 5 hours. If you're standing up, it's to stretch so that your body system can circulate. You come back, you're on the walk. It's when you finish walking that you can rest. So it's not just something like say, oh, I'm doggedly consistent and committed, but they are not. There's what is called, I will not give up. I will continue. That is one thing. That is the third one. But another one, what I'm talking about is continued. Just like you're hitting a wall. You will hit it until something happens. Continued state of work. Continued. 5 hours in a row you're working. 6 hours in a row you're working. 7 hours. It's okay from 10 to 4. Nobody say I'm working. You sit down and you walk. When you finish working, say, I will not leave here until I call these 200 contacts. Until you finish calling them, there's nothing like rest. Even if you want to go and pee and come back. If your body is doing somehow, you cannot finish. You can't. I see some people, they will come, they will go home. What are you going home? Have you worked for the day? Have you finished the work for the day? You want to go home? No, they work for the day. God never carried any work over. They work for the day once you finish before you go home. It's the mentality of work. Some of us who have procrastinated work. The work we should be doing in January, we're still doing it. It has entered May. We are procrastinating it. Sit down and walk until you finish before you go and rest. Some of us who have not worked, we are resting. Are you even resting from laziness? What are you even resting from? What do you want to go and rest for? What have you worked that you want to go and rest? Let me take a day off. What exactly have you done? Itemize it. What is the accomplishment? Time is going. Time is up. That's the fourth one. The fifth work that yields result is work that is intense and gives everything. This is where we lost it as a nation. This is where the youth lost it as a nation. This is where the civilization went down. This is where anybody that wants this country to work, this is where it should start. People have come to the point where they are lazy. They can't do any work that's intense. It's not them. No, it's not. No. Count them off. If it's not soft work, count them off. Count them out. It has to be soft. How much are you paying? You see somebody, oh God. You see, if we don't salvage this generation, there's no hope. I need to bust a bubble. I need to bust a bubble. You may be thinking, oh, if this person comes, if they come and the ground is rotten, there's nothing they can do. Because they are human beings, they're not God, they're not spirits. They can, if they tell somebody, go and lead the aviation, and the people at the ground are not working, there's nothing they can do. If people are looking to earn money without doing intense work, if that is at the cradle of the civilization, even you at the top, you will work yourself and nothing will happen. If people are looking for soft work, they don't want anything hard work. They're not ready to be intense. They will tell you smart work. They will tell you smart work is soft work is just at the click of a button. I'm looking for something at the click of a button. Oh yeah. Is that what I can? Oh yeah. At the click of a button, money will just flow. You know, what will I do? No. Hard work. No. What's the soft thing I can? No, this one is hard. They're looking for work. It's people looking for work. They're the one choosing their work. What are my working hours? From 9 to 5. From 9 to 5? People say working from 9 to 5. How many days am I working? 5. No, can I work 3 days in a week? Can I work remotely for 2 days? Yeah, you're not ready. Any work that's not intense is play, is hobby. You see, when you walk, even you know that you're walk. If you don't, if your body not tell you say you walk, if your mind not tell, you see, when you finish work, we had a boot camp in Lagos for the envoys. We came in on the 7th. We left on the 12th. Was it 12th or so? 5 days. On that Sunday, we had an event at the University of Lagos. We closed late. That same Sunday, as I got back, I worked on Monday after the boot camp. On Monday, I left my office at 9:30, 10. On Tuesday, I left my office in the evening. You see, the work has to be, you go no say the work. So when they will come, you go and rest, I say, no, rest. Work, I never seen someone that the work kill. Active work doesn't kill. Of course, when you're tired, you rest, nourish your body, eat, rest. Work does not mean that when your body starts telling you, you don't work yourself to death. In fact, the reason you should rest is so that you can work. But you only rest when you finish working. You know that you have worked. Most of us, because of laziness, our threshold of work is 2 hours. If we do 2 hours, our body will start. Let me tell you something. Laziness has, now, normally, you should rest when you're tired, when you finish working, and when you're tired. Normally, if you ask our fathers, our great-grandfathers, they work for 7, 8 hours in the farm before they became tired and went to rest. But because of laziness, that threshold has reduced. Now, if somebody does 90 minutes work, if they don't rest, they don't have blood pressure. That is not, it's not meant to be so. If they don't rest, they've done 2 hours work, they've done you did 3 different presentations. You can't look for 60% to take. You're looking for supplements to take. Because that is not your capacity. It's because laziness have been modified, recalibrated you. So what you need to do, know that yes, even if you get tired, I'm not saying if you get tired, you should not go and rest. Don't break down. But if you get tired after 2, 3 hours of work, say, no, this is not right. Take your supplements, up it. Because you're supposed to work. The men that shaped this civilization, go and find out how they worked now. Go and find out, go and sit them down. Find out how they work. Go to these celebrities that you're taking their videos and go and find out how somebody did a video, a day in the life of the video. It's on YouTube. Go and watch it. The guy said he's not wants to do video, but now ain't time for the work. The celebrity that he showed the day in the life of these guys. Go and find out how they work. You do 3 hours work, you're already tired. Is that how you want to? Is that how you want to change your world? If you're running with men, what happens when you begin to run with horses? So I'm not saying that if your body has been calibrated to become so lazy that after 2 hours you're gasping for breath, you should walk yourself to death. No, stop. Go and rest. Go and drink water. Take tea. But know that you can't make any impact with that kind of laziness. So you recalibrate yourself. I work for 2 hours and I'm tired. Why should I work? Why should an able-bodied man like this work for? You're not old. How old are you? I work for 5 hours and you're gasping for breath. When you're now 40, 50, 60, you will not collapse. How old are you that you work for 5 hours? You ran 2 presentations. They're finding you water. Yes, they're finding you water so you don't die off. Yes. But know that this is not your, this is, you need to recalibrate your strength. If you need to go to the gym, you go to the gym. If you need to do press up, you do press up. If you need to do crunching, whatever you need to do, be strong. Let your body be strong to do more than what you're doing. Because the way you're doing this work cannot. If your work is not intense, it cannot yield rewards. The former president, I don't know what he saw, and he called the youth of this country lazy. I don't know what he saw. But if you look at the landscape, you will weep. You will weep. If you look at the landscape, it may not be far from the truth. I don't know what he saw that made him call, but people are not ready to anything intense, anything that's not baby girl's life. I'm just like, you go suffer. You will suffer. You will suffer. I'm just telling you. Except maybe somebody comes out. Let me not say it, but you need to put the work. Work has to be intense. Work has to be intense. Work has to be intense. Otherwise, at the end of the people don't understand that your work is what defines you. See, if your work is play, at the end of the day, when they gather what defines you, nothing will have to show for it. Let me rush, my time is going. It has to be intense and you have to give it everything. You have to give your work everything. Your mind, your soul, all your strength. Somebody said, no, but I don't enjoy what I'm doing. My mentor told me when I was coming up, he said, I hope you've had do what you love, do what you love. I say yes. He said, if you do what you love, you'll be broke in this life. He said, love what you do. You see, go and do the work and love it. Go and do the work and love it. Number 6, work that has character. Time will fail me too. My time is good. I have less than 10 minutes. Work that has character. If what is the nature of the work you're doing? You see, the reward is as a function of character. Reward is as a function of character. There's so many people that will work. At the end of the day, they labored the work, but the character that embedded their work has made them not to get reward for the work. Have you seen somebody that ran a race, but ran off course? If your work does not have character, there will be no reward for the work. You might labor, you might toil. But if your work does not have character, time will fail me to elucidate on this character thing. But let me give you a clear example. Your work, the character has to do with the attitude of the work. You can work from morning till night. If you are working with grudge, that work has no reward, though. I am telling you. In your mind, you're working with bitterness. It does not have reward. You're laboring. You might be generating money for the company, but because the attitude is bitterness, grudging. Look at them, they're using us. They're using us now. That work does not have reward, though. That work does not have reward. It's just the money they're paying you. You see, we're just working for them. We're just working for them. When they're not paying us this little money. You finish the work, no reward at the end of the day. Why? Because your work does not have character. What do I mean by character? Love. That's why our fourth cardinal culture. Our fourth cardinal culture. The fourth one is love your teammates and love your leaders. Love is now part and parcel of our character. Love is now our culture. If you love somebody, you will not envy. If you love somebody, you will not stick on the person. If you love does not boast, it does not envy. Love does not take account of wrongs done to him. If you do us wrong, we don't keep record of wrongs done, because the character exhibiting the work we do is now love. If you walk in hatred, you finish working, there's no reward. It's there. If you want, carry your body, let your body be burnt to ashes. If love does not embed it, you have done nothing. No. There is no reward. It counts for nothing. You must come from a place of love. Love does not easily get offended. Most of you listening to me, you're offended with your bosses. That's why you work there for 20 years, you'll not be rewarded. Because all through the years you work, you're offended. They are using you, they are using us. That's why you're laboring, you're not working. That's why there's nothing to show for that work, because there's no character of love. Some of you can gather people in the office. Let's form union. Let us deal with this worker. You are a joker. Let's do this. Let's not work. Let's not come to work tomorrow. Let's do this. Let them increase our salary. You are a joker. You finish, you spend 35 years there, there is nothing to show for it, apart from the wages that they paid as a laborer, because character is not there. Work that engenders reward has character, is integrity. You're working, you're stealing, you're pilfering. You're pilfering your place of work. You work there for 39 years, there'll be nothing to show for it because that work does not have character. They give you 100,000 for interest. You spend 60,000, you keep 40,000. That 40,000 you're keeping is what has turned your work to labor. Work that would have given you reward is not giving you wages because your character is not there. Because you're pilfering, you're stealing. When they look, you steal. When they look, you steal. That act of stealing has removed character from your work and has turned that your work to labor. So at the end of the day, you only get wages, you don't get the rewards. And the day they catch you, they will now disgrace you and sack you. That's when you know that they will now blacklist you. That's when you know that all your years, in fact, in places like bank, they will blacklist you. You cannot work in any other bank. That's when you know that all your years are wasted. Work that does not have character cannot yield reward. You must imbibe character. What are the characters to imbibe? The characters of gratitude. Don't say, somebody say, they're using you. Please, I beg you. I'm looking for people to use me. Please come and use me. They are using us here. They are using us here in this place of work. Only the manager is making money. They are using us here. Please, I'm looking for. You need to use me. Use me, because if you don't use me, I'll be useless. If you can't be used or useless, you'll be discarded. Use me up. I donate myself to be used. Envoys, use me. That's why you guys checking that distance. I'm answering the questions because I'm here to be used. I'm a servant leader. I'm not here to say, oh, you're the president, you're the leader. No, that place is a place where people should use you until they use you and use you and use you up. You see, the reason a lot of people, a wise man said that the richest place in the world are not the gold mines in Saudi Arabia or the vault of central bank. It's the grave. Why? A lot of them, they didn't use them, they gathered themselves. They didn't use them. They gather themselves and they die. Their potential is buried beneath 6 feet. Nobody used them because I cannot walk. I cannot dispense myself. Nobody used them. They use me and use me up so that I can be useless. If you are not used, if you cannot be used, you're useless. The moment you're useless, you're discarded. Some of us, the reason you will be there, your boss will come. You are there, you'll be looking for somebody to send an errand. That means you're useless. You're there. You say, no, who can do this work for me? But you are there. Who can I send? Isaiah was there. I sent. But I'm there. Send me. Say, no. You're gonna. You are there, but they cannot send you an errand because the last time they send an errand, you complain. You did not use your mind to do it. You did not put your thoughts to it. But you did not satisfy. You did anyhow. So they cannot come and shout. You're there. They're looking for where's the Ebenezer? Where's the Ebenezer? What they're calling Ebenezer to do, you can do it, but they can't use you because in fact the way you even come on, the way you even sit on your desk, the way you even sit on your desk, nobody can even send you an error. The way you even look, you're joking. You're joking. You will walk there and nothing to show for it. Because you can't be entrusted. Character, attitude, and the attitude can turn your work to labor. So the reward you get will go up. I've not seen people, they've served their master for 5 years, 6 years. All of a sudden, the master looks at them, oh, you're stealing my customers, and oh, you're saying negative things about. If you're here listening to me, you're the person that is paying you salary. You open this your mouth that used to eat the salary, and you say negative things about your boss. What you're doing is that you're turning your work to labor. There are no reward, there are just wages. You're turning your work to toiling. There are no reward, there are just wages. Time has showed me what is the last work that yield results. What is the kind of work? The last thing I'm going to talk about as the work that yields results is work that brings challenges. Any work you're doing that was not a challenge, that forces you to take responsibility, you're not working. My time is gone. Work that does not bring you to a point where you see challenges. Some of us will see challenges, will run. You don't know that one of the rewards of work is growth. You can't grow if there are no challenges. Those challenges have come so that as you exercise, as you take responsibility to tackle those challenges, you grow in the process. And as you grow, you become more. And when you become more, you can impact your generation more. But when you see those challenges, you take off. As you're taking off from those challenges, you're avoiding your growth. So you're not working your labor. He that has an ear, let him hear. Any work you're doing, they want to give you one responsibility. As they're coming, you know it's work. You just turn your face like this so that they can shift the work to another person. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. Oh. You're not working, you're laboring. Anything your work, your hands find there to do it with all their might. Don't say, my mentor told me, say, don't do what you love, not what you do. Say, anything you find to do. Some of us, God cannot hand us our inheritance because where He put us to test us, we are not faithful. We can't even do the work. We are murmuring, we are complaining, we are backbiting, we are attacking the person that is paying your salary. You're saying negative things against that person. You're a gunner. You're a laborer. God cannot take us to our high places because the little word that they've given to you, you're not faithful in it. You're not faithful. They said, who can give you your own if you're not faithful in that man? That man shop taking, you are pay free. You're treating his customers anyhow. How will you have your shop? Who will your own if you're not faithful in another man's or working for this man? But you want somebody to work for you tomorrow, but you cannot work for someone today. You're a learner. You're a joker. You want somebody tomorrow to if that was their goal, I want to be the CEO of a big conglomerate. But the conglomerate you are working, you cannot be a worker there. But you want to suddenly get the business that people working for you. But you have not worked for somebody. You're a joker. You remain there. They're not going anywhere. Because he that is faithful in little is faithful in much. If you're not faithful in another man's work, who will give you your own business? That is why you need to be careful when you're working. Give your all. Your shoe shiner, shine it well. That when somebody wears that shoe, say, I have never met a shoe shiner like this. You're a medical doctor. When your patient leaves after consultation, the person want to come back not because he's sick. I just love the way some people don't go to look at somebody's is that how you, is that is it the time they finish talking to you you say, God, why did they even allow me to be sick? If not, it's condition that brought me here. It's condition. If not for the way they finish, the way you deal with those people they will wish they never came there. You will be there 35 meritorious years. At the end of when you leave, there's nothing to show for you because all this while you thought you were working, but you are not working, you're never. Go to the trenches. We're in a generation that avoids hard work. They can't take responsibility. They're looking for soft work. They're looking for they're looking for Ponzi schemes, get rich pay schemes. Why would I put, show me, why would I put 100,000 and in 1 month I make 1 million? Are you a thief? That's the corruption we're talking about. How will 100,000 lead to 1 million? What have you done? What you should be asking is, what kind of work will I put so that 100,000 can talk to 1 million? Now, what will I, if you're looking, see, when people come to our business and say, I put my money now, when they start growing, this is not an investment, this is a business. If you're looking for a place that you put 100,000 and it will turn to 1 million, please go to the bank, let them give you the interest rate form. If you leave a place you put money and you don't have to do any work and the money increases, go to the bank, ask them for the interest rate, ask them for the interest rate form for fixed deposit, for treasury, for government bonds, for commercial papers. When you put your money there, go and rest. You don't need to do anything. Or go to the stock exchange, but the stock exchange, you can come back and the money has gone because the stock has gone down. You can never tell. Well, we're in a generation that is refusing to be intense, to be hardworking, to take responsibility. And we believe that we're the leaders of the next generation. How? Somebody at 25 years old cannot take responsibility. He's still choosing work to do. You're 21 years old. You're still choosing, I cannot do this work. I cannot do this work. You just graduated. You're picking work. You're a joker. No, continue picking work. No, continue. No, continue. You soon get to 35. So my case is different. It's other person's case that is not different. Everybody, you see, and in the religious organization, people have go pray. It will happen. It will happen. I believe in prayers. And the non-cardinal culture is God. But God said He will bless the works of your hands. That's what He will bless. So if after praying, you go for night vigil, do everything. I believe in prayers, though. Without prayers, the things are fighting. You cannot. We'll pray here. We're fast today. We're fasting and we're praying. Every first of the month, we fast and we pray. 15th, the envoys fast and we pray. You believe in. But what that prayer is going to do is that God will now bless the works of our hand. If after praying, there's no works of your hand, there's nothing to bless. Most of us, God has answered our prayer, but if I've answered your prayer, you're blessed. So what am I going to bless? There's nothing that you're doing. What you're doing, there's nothing that what am I doing? You're not working, you're laboring, you're toiling. No. So the answer to God's prayer, the answer to that your prayer is this training so that you can go back and begin to satisfy your customers, begin to engage your mind thoroughly, begin to be dogged and consistent, begin to rest when you finish work, begin to be intense and give everything, begin to add character to your work. That is the answer to that prayer. Otherwise, God has already answered that prayer, but God cannot answer a prayer. God cannot bless in a place of work when you're fighting the finger that is feeding you. The person that you marry, you will never serve. You, and you want God to bless that. God cannot bless that. If your work doesn't have character, forget it. My time is up. Laziness is the grave of the generation. The grave is not 6 feet. 6 feet is when you're buried. The death is laziness. Laziness. We need to cry. We need to shout. We need to speak to the elemental forces that go so that laziness can be dethroned. Laziness. People are not ready to work. People are looking for soft work. If it did easy, everybody, if wishes were horses, beggars a ride, let nobody deceive you. Tell that person, show me, if it did easy, show me what. When people show you that glamour snapshot, they're not showing you what they are doing to get that because they know that you cannot do it when they show it to you. So they're showing you. They know you cannot. They know you not follow them if they show you the grind, but they're showing you to follow them because they're showing you the success. They didn't show you the grind. We're in the generation of lazy people, and that is why we're shouting to every Nigerian on this Workers' Day: go and work. I know the worst. AI. AI. Don't think AI has come to make your work easier. AI has come to make you more lazy. The time come, you tell somebody, please write an essay. If you tell somebody, right, he cannot, you can't do anything except AI does it. That's laziness raised to power 20. You can't even write a simple sentence again. AI has to help you. That's laziness. They did not bring AI to the world. They didn't bring it to help you. They brought it to make you even so weak that one day people cannot answer their name. People cannot even type. AI, they're converting. Please do this. Hey Siri, please come and button my shoe. Are you okay? Siri go let you down. Oh. Laziness with AI. AI has made people super lazy. Nobody can think anymore. You can't think anymore. You can't do research anymore. It's a trap. Oh. But let me tell you how to overcome the trap of AI. It's not my training for today. But let me just chip it in. You see, no, if I chip it in, I can't go. Let me leave for another training. But you need to go back to hard work. Go back and work very hard. Go back and build that culture of hard work. Go and divorce laziness. Serve laziness, break fast. Break up the laziness. I cannot do this thing now. I cannot do this now. I cannot do it now. Okay, continue. Can't look for the one you can do. At the end of the day, you're becoming lazy. As I begin to close, if there's nothing that you heard, hear this. Every man's work will be tested by fire. everything you're doing, a time will come when it will be tested by fire. If it does not have those characteristics that I listed, it will be empty and you may have wasted your life. Let me say it again. If your work does not have the characters I mentioned, does not seek to satisfy people and impact people, when it's tested, when the fire comes to test, fire can be tribulation, fire can be calamity, fire can be when something rocks your civilization, when something rocks your business. What will make it stand is if these attributes are embedded in it. It seeks to satisfy and impact people, seeks to engage the mind thoroughly. All those things are listed. If your work is tested, every man's work must pass through the fire. If it goes through the fire and survives, then you will get a reward. If it goes to the fire and does not survive, you will not get the reward. What it means is that you have become Aaron. You are empty-handed. You have toiled. You get to the end of your life. You have walked into the day. There's nothing to show for it. You think it's money. You check out the money you have. There's no happiness. There's no, even that money too is also going. I've not seen people that were rich now they don't have the money again. Even that money has disappeared. When your work is tested by fire, will it stand? That's the question I'm going to end with. If your work is tested by fire, every man's work will be tested by fire. You know, your work is your essence, the essence of your life. What you brought to this world. When they go to your grave, 1980 days to 2000 days, that hyphen there, it's 1990 days, this is 1940. That hyphen there, life's work. When they run it through the fire, will that be reward? When you leave this world and you meet the afterlife, will that be reward? In this life, for 30 years, will that be reward? When your work is tested, were you just active, or were you just toiling, or were you laboring, or were you actually working? If it's tested by fire and it survives, you have the rewards of the work I mentioned. If it's tested by fire, the clarion call, not to waste life. If you want to know, don't wait to test it now by the attributes I said. The 7, I think I listed 7 attributes that used to that exemplifies the work that is the word. Test your work against those 7 attributes and begin to work on them, so that you can make sure that your work, when it passes through the fire, when tribulations come, when COVID-19 comes, when something comes, the pandemic of this era is not even COVID. The worst pandemic. You see, COVID, at least when COVID came, we knew that was COVID. We knew that there's a pandemic called COVID. We know the worst pandemic of this generation. You know, the worst pandemic that is ravaging this generation is not COVID. The worst pandemic is laziness. That is the pandemic that is eating people. Now, why it's very bad is that when COVID came, people realized that it's COVID. People know that COVID was something wrong, even though people said it was whatever. But people knew it was something wrong. But the thing about laziness is that it's been embedded as a culture. Accept it. That's the life. That's the life. Look for soft work. Don't stress yourself. Don't do any hard work. Soft life. Soft baby boy's life. That is the pandemic that is eating our civilization. And it's eating us. People don't even know it's a pandemic. So people are looking for easy fixes. It's a pandemic. Before you know it, you soon start stealing. Because when it's discovered that there's no easy fix, you have gone to the internet, 7 ways to become a billionaire, 25 ways to become a billionaire, 30 ways to become a. You have searched, you've combed on the internet, you've scrolled all the Instagram, yet you still cannot feed. Laziness. We need to bring our tribe. We need to bring down laziness in this country, one step at a time. Why do you want to earn money that you have not worked for? That's corruption. Why do you want to get paid? You started a business, you didn't put any work. Why should you get paid? You don't know that is corruption. What corruption is more than that? You started a business, they told you what to do, you did not do. But you're asking, where's the money in this my account? This money, this business has started. People are scammed because he did not, I paid for money. Which work did you do? A generation must arise that embody hard work, that is ready to work hard. Time is up. Time is up. Happy Workers' Day. Some of you, you will know whether you're a worker or you maybe should wait for May 27th to celebrate Happy Children's Day. Because children are people that run for responsibility. Children are people that run from work. Children are people that, they don't want babies. Some of us are kind of like babies. They give us bread. That is how we are. It's Happy Children's Day. You can't take responsibility. We can't do anything hard. My time is up. Let's start at 1:30. It's 4 minutes after 1:30. I challenge you. Go and begin to work. Go back to your office. Go back to your place of work and say, for this month of May, tell your boss, I'm sorry I've not been working. So that he can also put eyes into you. I want to work now. You've been paying me money. I've not gone. I'm sorry I've spoken bad things about you. If you might put you in trouble, you may not need to. But you may not need to go and tell him if you put you in trouble. But make up your If you're not put you in trouble, you can tell him so that he can hold you accountable. If you're saying something against your bosses, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There's someone that is paying you, even if he's paying you 1 naira, if you're collecting that 1 naira and taking it home. If you don't want to work there, leave there. Don't spoil your work. Don't convert your work to labor. When you come to the end of your life, what is your work? What is the essence of the living? Is it just money in the bank? Is it just money in the bank? Have you seen anybody that are burying him that has the same the money he has? Instead, most of those people, if they don't do work, that money will become the cost to their generation. Their children will be fighting, killing one another. The money they work for will be the reason their civilization is destroyed. Their estate is destroyed. They'll be fighting over it, burning, killing one another. So you left the cost for them. It was better that you didn't even leave the money for them. Let them be happy. When you left the money, you didn't build a civilization. You didn't truly work. At the end of the day, life was literally wasted. Your greatest fear should be the fear of a wasted life. I don't want to come to the end of my life. And when they check the chronicle, the works of my hand, they say, guy, wasted. You may have existed between 1990 this to 2000 this. Yes, you existed. Yes, you existed. Did you exist? Yes, you existed. Yes, he died at the age of 85. But he never lived. He died at the age of 79. But he never lived. Never lived. Every breath that you take, these account for you to do. So the owner of the bread does not ask you to give accounts for the life that you live. Happy work, everyone. Go and change the civilization. As I'm speaking to the atmosphere. See this training. It will sink into the atmosphere of this nation. It will judge laziness. This word I speak will go to the atmosphere, will go to organizations and judge laziness. It will go to the atmosphere and judge laziness. So that we can get this country working again. For Nigeria to work again, you and I must work. Me that is telling you, start from myself. You see this May, the work I will do this May, they're going to hold me say, oh, but who you offend? Go and work. Happy Workers' Day. Thank you very much. Mr. Vincent, you can come and close. Ambassador Vincent can come up and close the meeting. Come up and close the meeting. Happy Workers' Day, everyone. Okay, please unmute Ambassador Vincent. Unmute Ambassador Vincent. Admin, unmute him so I can come and close the meeting.
Wow, wow, wow. That's powerful. Wow. Guys, I said this at the beginning that this is going to be a full dose of impartation. If you got value, not if you got value, as the value spoke to you that you received, go to the chat section and say, God bless you, the entrepreneur mentor. God bless you, Ambassador Mike. Thank you very much for this amazing episode. Thank you very much. It's been very impactful. One part of what you said that spoke so well to me is, if you can't be used, you are useless. And it's only something that is useful that can be used. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make up our mind this month and beyond to become useful that we can be used, so that we can benefit the rewards of work. Thank you so much once again, Ambassador Dr. Michael, for pouring out yourself to us. Immense value has been shared. Thank you very much. To all the G8 leaders here, thank you for being with us throughout the session. To all the envoys, I celebrate each and every one of you. To the super moderator, Engineer Lad, I celebrate you. Guys, let's get to work. Happy is it Workers' Day? Yeah, happy Workers' Day to each and every one of us. Let's go and use this training and make it count. Thank you and have a blessed month. Bye, everyone.